Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. It's still lightweight, baby. Drew Titan Bronx on deck. Shout out to the LDBC. This is the Painful Excellence Podcast. Welcome. Who we got in the building? Mark Wunderlich, salute, fam. Steve Elder, Mac. Tone Brown, what up, man? Phenomenal Mexican, DP Rocker, Bumpy Thompson, Jeffrey Lopez, D-Man Jr. Kai World, salute. I see a family, smash the like button on the way in. Condo, salute. Hard Body, J. Timo in the building. Salute, y'all. Glad to see y'all here. Glad to see y'all made it. Y'all let me know. Is the music too loud? Is my voice too loud? Y'all let me know if we good. I think we good. You know, yesterday night, I forgot who it was, but they gave me a nice idea. Narrow escape. The narrow escape. And I just thought of Die Hard. Man, fellas, listen, man. And ladies, I want you to listen too. All right. We all go through our moments where we're a bit thirsty growing up. You know, you hit puberty, and every morning is a hard on. You dry humping the mattress. You masturbating at 1,000 miles an hour. Your hormones are just crazy. Look, I know it's difficult, but you got to get control of it, man. And this picture of John McClane jumping off of a building, this is symbolic of a few situations that I could think of where I had to escape. All because I was chasing tail. There was a song back in the day called Looking for Love in All the Wrong Places. Looking for love in all the wrong places. Looking for love. Explain something to you. As I get older, I look back at some of the stuff I did to get some tail. And I said, sheesh. I really pressed the button with that one. I really forced the envelope with that one, man. Looking back, I said, man, I had no business on that block. I had no business in this neighborhood. But Shorty just had a fat ass. And she was giving it out. And, you know, sometimes I'll go to these places, you know, and it ended up okay. But there was a few times where I went and you see this nigga jumping off the top of this building, right? You get off the train and she is like in the worst neighborhood that you could imagine. I mean, forget Joe Rogan. I could say it. I get off the train and this Planet of the Apes. Human work. You know what I'm saying? Everybody looking like Cobra. Who this nigga? And you going to see the baddest bitch on the block that don't want to mess with anybody in a 5-mile radius. And you going to see the chick that everybody want to smash. And you leaving the crib at an ungodly hour. They know what you was doing upstairs, and now you got to haul ass to the train. Queen 71, salute. Yup. I'm John McClane, off the top of that building, running to the, man, listen. So I saw this picture, I said, man, this is symbolic of me in the 90s. Leaving the block, trying to get home. That's me running to the train. That's me jumping out of windows. Oh, man. I swear, man. Where do I begin, man? Where do I begin? Well, I told y'all the Coney Island story, but it bears repeating. I'm at 42nd Street in Manhattan. I forgot what I was doing down there, but back in the day, there used to be like 2 arcades down there. This was before 42nd Street is like it's family friendly now, but back then in the 80s and 70s, it was horrible. One side of the street, you had the kung fu flicks. Then the other side was just adult movies up and down the street. In the 90s, it was a in between. It wasn't as raunchy, but it was still, you Yeah, that's right, Queen. Warriors, reverse. Warriors are trying to get out of the Bronx. I was trying to get back to the Bronx. So I met Shorty down there at one of the arcades and forgot what I was doing down there. But she was with some friends, whatever. I met her and I saw her. She was playing Pac-Man. By that time, the game was old, but the girls just like Pac-Man. So she playing Pac-Man with her. I'm just watching her. And every time she moved the joystick, her ass was jumping. I'm like, oh, I got to get that. So I just walked over there, shooting game, whatever. We exchanged numbers. That whole week, you know how it is. You talking on the phone, late night, under the blanket, talking about sex. And she told me what she liked to do, and she gonna give it to me. And I'm like, all right, cool. Right? Couldn't wait. So then that Saturday comes. Now her mom's worked late. And she was like, yo, come through, open house. So I timed it perfectly. Because it was time for me to put that S curl back in my hair. It was the 90s, y'all. Give me a break. So I put the S curl in my hair, got the line up, looking all pretty. Put on the black shirt. I had on a pair of it might have been Boss jeans, baggy Boss jeans. Had a little gold chain, Picasso salute. You know what I mean? And I was ready. Hopped on that D train, first stop, Bainbridge in the Bronx. I said, what stop I get off? She said, you taking that hoe all the way to the last stop. I said, the last stop? I'm looking at the map. I said, that shit, this bitch live in Coney Island. I was like, damn. I said, all right, whatever, man. I was on that train for I swear to God, it had to been 2 hours, man. Get down there. I get off the train, walk down the steps, the Ferris wheels down there. It's the beach and shit, right? Now the sun was up. And I walked. I'm like, yeah, I see sailboats and shit. I said, she live in a nice spot, but I couldn't find a building. So I stopped at a payphone. It was the 90s. I ain't had no cell phone. I had a beeper. I had a bullshit beeper that only held 4 numbers. And if someone paged me, it knocked one of the numbers out. Most bullshit beeper ever. I wasn't balling. And I called her from a payphone. I said, yo, listen, I got off the train. I can't find your building. She said, where'd you walk? And I told her where I was. She says, nah, walk in the other direction. You walked the wrong way. Everybody does that. I said, okay, yeah, everybody does that. Damn, how many motherfuckers you got visiting you? Oh, well. I walked back to the train and walked in the other direction. Big old project building. I said, fuck. Walked to her building. Looking. It's 20 dudes in front of there. Purple bandanas. Back in the day, there was a gang out here called the Decepticons. He's my right hand of God, I swear. They were called the Decepticons. They wore purple and gray. So I'm looking. Oh, yeah. Give myself a little cut. I was bored. So I'm looking, and I'm like, all right, not only is there 20 niggas in front of her building, but it's purple and gray, man. I'm like, so I stopped at another payphone, called her. I said, yo, listen, Joseph, what up, bro? I said, listen, there's 20 niggas in front of your building. She started dropping names. Oh, man, that's Fuquan and Bushan and Bone Quisha and Raheem and Rahan and all these funny-ass African names. And I'm like, okay. All right. It was some sort of Heem and Quan and all kinds of weird shit, right? Hold on a second, y'all. Hold on. Yeah, so she was like, yeah, Sean Price was a D-Sep. He might have been out in front of that building that night. I don't know. But yeah, this is the subway story, Joseph. Yup. So she said, man, I know them. I grew up with them. I said, yeah, you know them. I don't know these niggas. And I'm up here all dressed all pretty and shit. So I'm timing it. I don't give a fuck what this bitch say. Now, decision making time. I could turn around and go home. Or I could come down there and get what I came for. I said, nah, fuck it. So I'm just like across the street. I'm timing it. And any of you that's from New York, y'all know when you ring those project buttons, the project bells, or you hear static, them shits don't work. And I'm like, so I timed it. I started walking to the building slow. And someone was coming out. And I like ran into the building. And all of them niggas stopped what they were doing. And they looked. And I'm pressing for the elevator. And I see them. Who that? Who the fuck was that? Who that nigga? Who that? And they looking inside. I said, come on. This elevator need to come. I forgot what Bruce goes. Yeah, I got your text, brother. I got your text. I'm gonna hit him up when I'm done here. So I'm like, damn. So elevator came. I got on it. Let me in the house, whatever. We ate some food, whatever. And when the sun went down, I got to beat it. And it was nice. And I had a ball. And she backed up all of her talk. Oh, man. She backed up all of her talk. Now, here's why I made the mistake. I ate food, had sex, and I fell asleep. Don't ever do that. My ass fell asleep. You know how you just wake up, no alarm, no noise, she was still asleep. I woke up, I looked over at the cable box. It's like 2 a.m. I was like, all right, I gotta go, right? So I got up, used the bathroom. When I got out the bathroom, she was up and like trying to get dressed. She's like, yo, you gotta go. I said, what's up? She's like, yo, I checked my beeper. My mom's is coming home. I said, yo, all right, I'm out. I think her mom's was a CO or something like that. I ain't want no smoke. So I got dressed and I leave. So now I'm about to walk out the front door. I look there and I know for a fact there was double the amount of niggas outside now. It's summertime. There's double the amount of niggas outside. I'm like, oh man. Shit. I look, I'm like, I don't even know if the back door's open, but still the train is in the same direction. I'm gonna come out the back of the building and walk. I was like, yo, Jeff, you know what? They might have been. Rock, Steel, all of them might have been out there, but nigga, listen. So I said, you know what? The train is about maybe 5 blocks. Maybe if I just walk out, they too weeded up or 40'd up to even, I walk out the building. Whatever, and they were playing music too. Walk out the front of the building. Y'all niggas know, man. They just stopped talking, right? Now I'm walking. They just stopped. And now I get like a block up. I like look out my peripheral. All of them were behind me. So I picked up the pace. They picked up the pace. I said, these niggas is on me. Now this is the 90s, the box cutter era. And I'm like, shit, just don't cut me in the face, man. I don't give a fuck if you jump me. I don't care about that. I'll live, but don't cut me. Now, the D train, it's a weird train. You can't go from car to car. Like when the train's in motion, you can't go from car to car on the inside. Don't know why it's like that. So I accelerated, and they chasing me. Looks like World War Z behind me. Y'all remember World War Z? It was just a gang of, they look like army ants. Get that nigga! I'm running for my life, high stepping. I get to the D train. There's 2 trains in there. I don't know which one is leaving. So I said, you know what? I'm going to get upstairs. I'm going to hop the turnstile, of course. I'm just going to flush my back against the wall, and I'm going to knuckle up. I'll fight off everybody that I can, but I just don't want to get cut. I just don't want to get cut. I'll take a beat down. That's cool. I don't want to get cut. So I'm up those stairs. Boom, boom, boom. Got to the turnstile. Jumped the turnstile. And I'm like, yo, I just need to get on a train and for the door to close behind me and just leave. Now, I don't know which train is leaving first. My luck, I'll hop on the train that's sitting there. Right? I hop the turnstile and these niggas is on me. Don't ask me where this cop came from. He grabbed me and threw me against the goddamn the gate. I'm tired of you motherfuckers not paying your fare. I said, yo, they chasing me. And he looked down the steps and they were like right there. He pulled out his gun and everyone froze. They was like, oh shit. They was like, yeah, big nigga, don't come around here no more, big nigga. We gonna fuck you up. And he's standing there pointing the gun. They go back down the stairs. He looks at me. He says, what the fuck did you do? I said, nothing. I'm just trying to go home. He says, where do you live? I said, I live in the Bronx. He said, what? He said, get the fuck on this train and don't come back here. And he told me his RDOs. It was like a Thursday or something. He said, don't ever come back here. You're making me work too hard this morning. What the fuck? I got on the train. I ain't pay. I got on the train. My heart was racing. Man, I called that bitch that next day. I said, yo, man, all them niggas in front of your building, they fucking chased me. I ain't never come to your stupid ass block again. What the fuck, yo, goddamn. Oh, my God. You just ran. Them niggas wasn't going to do nothing. Oh, they pussy. And I said, yo, look, there was like 40 of them niggas. Come on, man. Stop. You'd have thought I'd have learned then. Nope. Belle Biv DeVoe said it best. Never trust a big butt and a smile. Young, dumb. I smashed Shorty a few more times after that, but you best believe I ain't go all the way to Coney Island for that. I said, nah, bitch, you got to come to Harlem or something. You got to meet me uptown. I made her come all the way up to the Bronx after that on a few times. I said, I'm never going to your block again. Why don't you come up with your friends and maybe they'll leave you alone? I said, I'm not going to bring my friends all the way to Brooklyn to see you and do what? Fuck, what we going to do? What they going to do? Ride the Ferris wheel while I'm up your crib? No, it ain't that serious. No. You want the meanest penis? You meet me halfway. That's it. But you thought I'd have learned then, right? Nope. Fast forward, I don't know how many years later. Once again, I was working a little rinky-dink job, and I met this shorty. Word, 88, if you die, you die, for real. Have I been back to that neighborhood? Yeah, a few times as an adult. And I look at these buildings, and I'm like, yo, I don't remember which building exactly, but I laugh. I done went to Coney Island and, took the family and shit. It's nice. Matter of fact, the last time I was at the Coney Island, that was when the actors from the Warriors, the movies, it was the Warriors' last ride. And they aired the movie. The original cast that played the Baseball Furies was over there. I actually went there. Took pictures with them and everything. The fuck I did with those pictures? I forgot. It was so cool. You want to hear something funny? The guy that played oh shit. Having a brain fart right now. But he actually worked for Transit. He actually worked for Transit and he retired. Anyway, a few years later, I meet this girl at my rinky-dink job, big old donkey ass. Me and her start talking, right? And it's amazing how I don't remember any of these girls' names. Right now, I'm drawing up. No, I remember her name. And I don't give a fuck about her name, because there's 1,000 of them. Not the guy that played Cyrus. He died. By the time that happened, Cyrus had died. The guy that was the leader of the Warriors, who got beat up in the beginning of the movie. I forget his name in the film, but he ended up working for Transit, like in real life. And the dude that played Swan, he was there. His hair is all white now. And who else was there? Cowboy. The kid that played Rembrandt, he passed. He died. I forgot his name. But yeah. But F you, Tasha. For real. Let me tell you what Tasha did. Same thing. Met me at where the hell was I working? I might have been working at Kmart somewhere. And she was in there wagging that tail, and I ran up on her like, yo, what up, bro? Yo. Sweetheart. What's your name, sweetheart? What's your name? I must have you. So, she hit me with the Friday night, I'm up on one of them sticks. Playing what's I playing? I'm playing the PlayStation. First PlayStation. Playing. My phone rang. It's 1 a.m. 1 a.m. I'm like, what's good? I'm waiting for it. I'm like, what's good? What's good? What up? What up? She says, yo, saying, baby sleep. My roommate gone. What's good? Now, the first 3 or 4 times I got those calls, went over there, it was all good. Nothing happened, nothing. Right? Then that one day, I got a little too comfortable, right? That one, she lived on the first floor, right? In a brownstone, right? Her bed was by the window. I go there. She fed me. We watched some TV. I smashed her stupid. I lay down. I go to sleep. Fellas, y'all look younger, right? X? Yeah, I do. Fellas, do not fall asleep in the shorty's house. Don't do it. I fall asleep. I wake up to tapping on the glass. Tasha, you awake, Tasha? I look up, silhouette, and I'm hearing this African nigga at the front. I'm like, I hit her like, yo. I said, what the fuck is that? She was like, what the fuck? I look, 3 a.m. 3 a.m. He's at the fucking. I said, yo. I was like, yo, hold on. I know we ain't official, but when I'm here, you got to get that shit under control. Because one thing I will say, when I dealt with chicks and they knew what it was, they knew I was juggling, one thing I always did was I made sure if they came to me, no other chicks was showing up. I made sure. So she knew what it was, and I knew what it was. But 3 a.m, you got to get that shit under control. So I said, yo, get that shit under control. Now, Phenomenal Mexican, she wasn't selling. This was a dude that she was dealing with outside of me. I had no problem with that. I don't care. But at 3 a.m, you showing up unannounced, you got to have that shit under control. And that's been the issue. The other issue in Coney Island, that was my mistake. I shouldn't even have been over there. This 3 or 4 times everything was cool. That one time I fell asleep because she had lived close to where I used to live. Man. Tasha, you awake, Tasha? I said, you better handle that shit. You better handle that shit. She got up, put on the nightgown, walked out, went to the door, and I heard her saying, yo, what the fuck you doing? Yo. I tried to call you earlier. You ain't answer phone. What you doing? She was like, yo, I'm sleeping. Don't come up here unannounced and stuff, man. We ain't got that kind of relationship. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I was just in the neighborhood. Nigga, 3 a.m, dude. Then she came back. She said, yo, that nigga was kind of drunk and shit. What the fuck? I was like, yo, he's trying to smash. I don't blame him. You got a fat ass. But I beat him to it. Yo, Xavier, you know what? That's another show. I got a story. I got 2 stories like that with you, bro. Sex weirdos. Anthony Bolton, salute. Oh, nah. When you know it's a known gang area, don't go. Had I known the D-Seps was that deep in her neighborhood, I ain't even gonna lie to you, I wouldn't have went. I got off the train and I walked the wrong way. Then when I went to the right way, all them niggas was in front of the goddamn building. Word, Joseph. Makabu, one of those cheeks. I mean, well played, but I beat you to it, bro. And who knows? If I wasn't there, she might have let him in. None of my business. I was there first. I said, you better go handle that shit. The fuck? Don't do that. Don't do that. The big old silhouette. Tasha. I looked. I said, it's 3 in the fucking... What the fuck? I said, this is normal? Better go talk to him. Get him the fuck out of here. The Village Brother, salute. I said, get him the fuck up out of here. What you talking about? Tasha. You wildin'. Man. So that was light. But let me tell you, all right, these last 2 stories are fucking bad. All right. Which one is I'm gonna save the worst one for last. The worst one is for last. But I was blasting this chick, right? And I was killing it. And we was having like, yo, fellas, y'all ever went to Shorty's house and you walk in and she already got the porno in the cassette? Remember the cassette tapes? She had the porno in already. And she was already watching. And she was ready. I said, oh, yes. And I'm beating it in the living room, the bathroom, the kitchen, whatever. Then we hit back in the room and I'm beating. And then I hit a door. She jumped up. You gotta hide. Shorty parents came home. I got my pants to my ankles. I got my shirt over my head, but not off. I'm dripping sweat. And I'm standing there like, I went to go run out the room. She pushed me back. I ain't know where to go. You know what I did? Now in the closet, I ain't even do the closet. The bed, nigga. Now, how did I get under the bed? I'll tell you how I got under the bed. I simply lifted the fucking bed up and rolled under that shit and let the bed fall on me. Because she had one of those frames that was low to the ground. But the box spring was, man. I rolled under the fucking bed. There was mad dust. Bitch ain't swept under there in years. There was a dead water bug under there. I got dust all on my head because I was sweating. So now everything is sticking to me. I'm trying to pull my shirt over and pull my pants up. Mad uncomfortable. I'm trying not to, because I was breathing heavy. I'm trying to catch my breath. Like, I'm hearing her father. Her father had one of her friends with him. All them niggas had bass in their voice. I'm like, oh God. Hey baby, what you doing home? You all right? What's going on? Come on down here. Come on, so-and-so ain't see you in a minute. Then I heard the mother. They had groceries. They in there talking. And I'm in the room. The condom was still on. I pulled it up. My Johnson is stuck to my left leg. And I'm laying on my back. It looked like a damn episode of Walking Dead. I'm like, how do I get out of this? Hold on, what Anthony say? He said, I was doing home health care for people with developmental disabilities like cerebral palsy. And I smashed my coworker in the room next to our clients because he couldn't talk to. Oh man, you hell, man. What the fuck? Bruh. All right, so listen. Shorty kept coming into the room and she like looked around. I saw her feet come in and she turned around. And then her father would call her, baby, come here. She left the room for like an hour. And I'm like, how do I? She lived like she was like above the 12th floor. I couldn't jump out the window. I'm like, oh my God, I'm trapped. Yo, you want to know the worst part of this was? Not that I'm trapped under that bed with all that dust and I got the dust and, the dirt pebbles stuck to your ass. You know what the worst part was? I didn't even nut. I ain't even finished. And now I'm under the bed and I'm trapped. And I'm like, and they downstairs having a full-blown conversation and she laughing. I'm like, damn, she must have did the ninja, pulled her pants up and wiped her face off and, hi, Dad. And I'm like, oh, I'm under the fucking bed. And I hear him and this talking and they was drinking beer or something. Yo, grab me a Coors Light. And I'm like, fuck, I don't know how long. Yo. And I'm just playing it in my head. I said, you know what? I'm just going to get up and just walk right out of here. He's going to be like, yo, who are you? And I'm just going to leave. I'm just going to leave. But then something kept telling me, just chill, just chill, just chill, just chill. Nah, no fire escape. Nope. And in these good buildings out here, there ain't no fire escape. So there was no escape. Man, I was underneath that goddamn bed for at least 3.5 hours. At least 3.5 hours. So eventually, the friend left. Dude, the father was downstairs watching the game or something. Then he was on the phone. I heard the whole conversation. Then he gets up, goes into the bathroom. She runs in. Now the mother went back out. So when he went in the bathroom, she runs back into the room. She's like, E. Where are you? I lift up the bed and roll over. My face just like I roll from under the bed. I'm like, she's like, you gotta go. Go. Don't be careful. Open the door, let me out. I turn around and stare at her. Slam the fucking door. I got dirt on my side, clothes all wrinkles. I'm smelling like morning funk. Dust myself off. I didn't even feel like taking public transportation. I walked home and just rethunked my life. Non-phenomenal Mexican. I eventually caught up with her, and I got that nut out. She was mad apologetic. I didn't know he was coming home, and he didn't go to work. He was hanging out with his friend, and that's like my godfather. And I'm like, mm-hmm, 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 yeah. I'm under the fucking bed. She said, "How did you even get under there?" I said, "I lifted it up, and the box spring was literally on my face for 3 hours." I don't even know how I got my clothes, man, under the goddamn bed. But the worst story. This is the worst story, and I think I may have mentioned this before, but the worst story. I'm at Shorty's house. And fellas, listen to me. When you go to a Shorty crib and she got kids, listen, it ain't worth it. It ain't worth it. Always assume that a chick does not have what's going on around her under control. Always assume that they don't have it under control. Always assume that they don't have it under control. Always assume that. I get to her house. The kids are up. I'm sorry, she had one kid, a daughter. Now keep that in mind. She had a daughter. Daughter was like maybe 4, real friendly. Hey, whatever. Cute little girl. I used to bring her candy and stuff, Baby goes to sleep in her room across the hall. So now me and her mom is in there. We're doing our thing. Doorbell rings. First thing I do is I look at the fucking clock. 2 a.m. Now I wasn't asleep this time. I was awake. 2 a.m. Luckily I was on like nut number 3. But I got up and I said, what the fuck's going on? It's 2 a.m. Is somebody dead? Is this an emergency? And she like looked around and she just went like this. She knew who he is. Put in the chat who you think it was. Put in the chat. Go ahead. Put in the chat who you think was at her fucking door at 2 a.m. in the morning. She says, listen, do me a favor. I need you to leave the room. He's going to want to come in. fuck that nigga. Tell him he can't. If I tell him no, it's going to be a big deal later. Now, me being who I am, I'm like, shit, okay. I don't want her to get her head knocked off. You know, but it's really not my business. But it could be a situation, oh, well, you got a nigga in there, and he might park his shit. He might park himself. Because niggas be crazy like that. I love my baby mama. I never let him go, ass niggas. He might park himself right out there outside that door and wait for me to come out. Now, I'm a tough guy. But I ain't stopping no bullets. And I'm not here for that. I ain't care about her like that. But I said, you know what, let me just... So we had some Chinese food, and it was just sitting there. She said, take yours, take one of the trays, and go into the room. Hurry up. As I'm grabbing my shit, my boots and everything, I hear the key in the door. Nigga had a key to the goddamn apartment. I said, oh, shit. So I grab my clothes, and I go into the room. Now I'm half dressed with a tray of Chinese food, a fucking sun-kissed, and I'm half naked in the child's room. Just think about that shit for a second. I'm like, how the fuck did... Yo, man. How did I end up in this situation? So now I got to tiptoe and I'm like, this bit... Yo, you know what? I'd rather the nigga had just came in. It happened so fast. And she just rushed me in there. I heard the key, and I'm like, I can't just make the beeline to the bathroom. I'll talk to the nigga. If he want to turn up, I just want to, I'll right hook. I'll knock him out. I'll knock him out fast, and I'll leave, and this is going to be what it's going to be. But she like literally, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. And now I turned around. It was dark. Couldn't see shit, but the street light was coming through the thing, and the baby sleep. I'm like, oh, God. Now, you don't want her waking up and seeing that. But she was also like used to seeing me around. She would have woke up, hey, and wanted to play. But I'm undressed. You know how crazy that sounds? Now, what if he comes in there, yo, I want to see my daughter. Now he kicked the damn door open and see a half-naked man standing in the room with his fucking daughter. Are you kidding me? I put the goddamn food down. I'm tiptoeing. I say, yo, let me just get dressed and not panic. You know what I mean? The child was knocked out. I got dressed. I tied my boots up tight. Of course, I had on Timbs. I tied them up tight. Got dressed. I hear them talking in the room. Yo, come here. You don't want to sit here? No, why are you here? Why you y'all want to see you? Want to check you, man? I ain't see y'all all week. I can't come through and see you. You don't see nothing. This is the first time you saying anything in a long time. What's going on? And she's trying to get him out the house. I said, fuck that. Now she was in her room with the door closed. I opened the door, tiptoe out. As I'm going to the front door, I hear him say, what's this wet shit on the bed? Unlock the door. I walk out, close the door behind me, walk out the corridor. Hopped inside my little, what the hell was I driving back then? I had a Mercury Sable, a 1988 Mercury Sable. The shit broke down every other week. Got in that shit, turned it on, peeled off. She called me for a whole week. I wasn't answering my damn phone. By the time I answered my phone, it was by accident. I ain't checked the damn call ID. You remember the old call ID that was separate from the phone? I was like, yo, what the fuck is wrong with you? You ain't got niggas coming to you. I don't give a fuck if that's your baby daddy. Dwayne Freeman in the building. Salute, fam. Let me tighten you up real quick. There you go. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? Man. And that was the last experience I had where I said, you know what? I am never going to a shorty house ever, ever, ever again for some tail. And then it dawned on me, I'm at that age where I can go to a short stay. Why am I going to these bitches' houses? The kids be up. You got to wait for them to go to sleep. Now, Joseph, you ain't missing nothing, because let me tell you the dark side of that shit. There's a guy I grew up with. God rest the dead, because he's dead. Shacked up with this chick, and she used to deal with this bitch ass nigga, and nigga ran up on him, and my dude beat the shit out of him, pieced him up, boom, 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 boom. I think like a day later, came back to the house, climbed through the window, and shot him in his sleep with a shotgun. A lot of these women don't have their personal shit under control. Don't deal with a chick when she got some feminine dude running around, because that's feminine. Running around hiding in bushes, seeing what the chick is doing, especially if that chick don't even have your kid. He's just infatuated with her. That's just the best piece of ass he ever had. Or he has that mentality that once I hit it, it's mine forever. Niggas be sick. You always got to conduct an interview with shorties. Like, yo, who's your ex? Or baby daddy, what? Where they at? Where is he at? What's going on? What's your ex do? Is he in these streets? Is he the type of nigga that, you know, give you a black eye every now and again? And that's ill, because years later, which was fairly recently, my other boy, well, that had nothing to do with a girl though, was murdered in his sleep by some dude that had a criminal record. But that had nothing to do with this. It was just weird how I was like, man, because they lived in the same building. My first boy died like that, but with the shotgun, and then like a decade later. It's like crazy. I was like, what the fuck? What are the odds of that? That's crazy. But you got to make sure, like women, you got to make sure that these dudes ain't got like a trail of chicks keying up cars, showing up at your job, giving you these phantom phone calls. You got to make sure. Stalkers is real. You got to be on point. You got to be on point. This shit be crazy out here, man. These streets is crazy, and they're unforgiving. These women being out of space sometimes. Shorty really told me, yo, don't worry about those dudes in front of the building. I said, those are Decepticons. And 1D, I'd probably sun everybody, but there's 20 of them. And then when I'm leaving at 2, 3 in the morning, there's 40 of them. The motherfuckers don't go home. They lived in the projects. There was no air conditioning. TC, what up? There was no air conditioning. So they outside all night. Come on, man. And I've just been fortunate. But I heard a lot of horror stories. One of my boys went to Brooklyn, and boy, let me tell you what happened to this nigga. I said, shit, could have been me. He met some chick, but the chick set him up. Met some chick, went to her crib, right? Got upstairs, she got ass naked for him. He stripped ass naked. She says, yo, I gotta get up. DOG, salute. She said, yo, let me use the restroom real quick. She got him use the bathroom, right? Well, she told him she was using the restroom. She go to the front door, unlock the door. Some niggas came in. It was like, yo, come out. He comes out, right? He's trying to wrap up with a blanket. They went up there, snatched the blanket. He just had socks on. Put him in the living room. They put the Tech 9 on the table. He says, yo, you already know what this is. Leave your wallet, leave your watch, leave that gold chain. He had a fat herringbone. Leave the gold chain. Yeah. Leave your boots. We're going to give you your drawers, though. And push them out the goddamn apartment. It was wintertime, man. So he's on Flatbush Avenue in Brooklyn somewhere. You know, people looking like, what the fuck? Other people that are from the hood, they knew what happened. They was like, yeah, got him. Cop stopped. He said, yo, I just got robbed. Where? Yo, I was in the building, da-da-da-da. Right? They went to the apartment, allegedly. This is what he told me, knocking on the door. It was like, yo, no one's answering the door. They couldn't do nothing. They took him back to the precinct. He made a report. Didn't even know the bitch name. Gave her a fake name and shit. Andrew Charles, salute. They had to give him some like hospital gear and arrange for him to get home. When he got back to the block, like the next day, he told us what happened. He's like, yo, man, we got to go out there. I said, go out here and do what? We ain't going to find him. And when we find him, what we going to do? Get on some street shit? I mean, we can, but that is like, it's like stupid unnecessary. It's like really unnecessary. We're going to leave the Bronx to go to Brooklyn to smash on some dudes that you don't even know, because those dudes was masked up, by the way. You really gonna look for this chick? I said, yo, man, you gotta take that L, man. They don't even live close. You gotta take that L, man. You gotta take that L. I mean, I'm sorry. Crazy. You dealing with a chick, make sure she understands what her surroundings. You need to understand what her surroundings are. You need to make sure that she got her shit under control. Because another thing is, I'll tell you something else that happened to a friend of mine. Now, he was doing fine. But again, this chick did not have her shit under control. Because he was smashing in the hotel room. And then there's a knock on the door. Boom, boom, boom. Yo, so-and-so, I know you fucking in there with that nigga. Get your fucking ass out here. Now, my boy is a corrections officer. He had his Glock on him. Phenomenal Mexican out here. You could look at people and tell what borough they're from. You tell when they're from Staten Island, Queens, Brooklyn, Manhattan. For us, it's uptown for us, Harlem. Anything from 96th Street and uptown is Harlem. And the Bronx. You can tell. You can tell what borough they're from by how each borough has a certain swag. Crazy, man. So what he had to do was, he says, yo, like the people that owned the hotel were coming downstairs, and you hear a scuffle on the other side of the door, like, yo, you can't be here, sir. And he starts pushing around the maids and shit. He said he had to call 911 and identify himself. He says, look, I'm in a hotel. I'm with my girlfriend. And a dude, her ex, is at the door trying to get in here. He's stirring up trouble, trying to make a fight. I'm armed. Meaning, if he come in through this door by any way, and he's telling the lady on the, because these the people that work there are just stupid. Yo, I need to get in there. I need to get in there. And she's down there with the card key, and he's holding the door like, don't let him in here. Do not let him in there. Call the police. And he's on the phone with 911. Talking about, yo, if he come in here, I'm going to, I'm gonna do what I have to do. because I don't know what he has on him on the other side of this door. He looked at the bed. Shorty's just on the bed. It's like, yo, man, police came, put him in handcuffs. Then he opened the door. He had to get dressed, open the door, and give a report, show his ID. Oh, yeah, he had to be real careful about that because he's armed, but he's black. So he said, I had to put my shit on the other side of the room, let the police in, show them my ID, and says, yeah, my firearm's over there. I'm a corrections officer. I don't know who the fuck's outside. They asked Shorty, yo, who is that outside? It's my ex. She didn't have her shit under control. He said, yo, the nigga followed her to the hotel. And in mid-stroke, he's banging on the door. I said, man, that could have went left. It could have went left for you, for her, or him. If he'd have kicked in that door, you'd have blasted him. That's a newsreel. And you know what? Flawless mentality. Dr. Mark, how you doing? That's attention you don't want. That shit makes the news. And you know why he didn't need that shit to make the news? I don't think his wife would have liked that. Yep. I don't think his wife would have liked that. Fellas, conduct interviews with these women. When I was like in my late teens, my early 20s, even in my mid 20s, man, I was chasing tail, and there was so many stories, and those are ones that I remember. There was so many like little incidences where I was like, shit, I could have really gotten in trouble here. But that shit with Shorty putting me in the goddamn room, I said, yo, if he says, nah, I want to see my daughter, and kick in this door, and I'm standing there half dressed with Chinese food in my hand, a half dressed man in the room with his baby girl sleeping, how does that look? And I'm like, why the fuck? Why did she push me in here? Yeah, dude was married. My boy is married. Man, he has the most immature relationship with his wife, but it ain't none of my business. But I told him, I said, man, you need to do better with these chicks, man. Dude ain't come out of nowhere. He followed her from wherever she was. She got in your car, and he followed your car because she lived across town, followed your car to the spot. And you paid for the room and went downstairs. And in mid-stroke, boom, boom, boom. No doubt, TC. I seen you around. I'm like, damn, man. That's smoke you don't want. I said, man, you're going to fuck around and cheaters going to be out there. You're going to be out chilling and the camera's going to come. Yo, what are you doing? What are you doing? I said, yo, you don't want that, man. You need to chill, B. Get a divorce. Stop playing yourself. Interview these people before you go anywhere. Interview these people. Talk to them. It's hard to find someone that's single with that doesn't have a child. And I'm not saying don't work with them. If you're just looking to lay and play. But always ask, where's that seed's father at? Where is he? And pay attention. Does he see does this nigga pop up unannounced? Because yo, listen, man, when I worked at clubs, when the music's playing and they got the right drink in them, I've heard so many women say, oh man, all right, I'm about to go see baby daddy. Because they hot. They turned up right now. They want to go get that off. So they go to the go-to guy. And it's 3 a.m. So wherever he's at, she's going to see him. Yo, you up? Get up. I'm coming. Not even asking if he got company. Baby daddy, not the husband, but baby daddy. Devin Blocker, salute. Women on that bullshit too. Just know that they're on that bullshit. And you got to do what's right for you. You got to protect yourself. Don't be me. Word up, booty call. Don't be me. Do not be me. That's some bullshit. Yeah. That was me on a few occasions. Get the fuck out of here. She had a fat ass though. Run. That's a negative, K. It's never that serious. So I think my next show, which should be Monday, it's going to be about choosing your sanity over a piece of ass. Fellas, don't make it make you nuts. There are more black and brown people in prison over poor choices over a fucking woman. And you'll be sitting there like, oh shit, just a minute ago, how did I get here? 10 minutes ago, I was arguing with her and I blacked out. And because I decked her in the face, I'm looking at 2 to 4. Bad choice. You got to choose your sanity over ass. In this instance, you got to choose your safety over ass. I'm talking about more than using protection. You got to protect yourself. You understand? It was all fun and games when I was younger. But as I got older, I look back at that, I'm like, man, I could have got killed so many times. That last situation when she shoved me in that room and I looked over, I said, oh my God, if this nigga come in here, that's an automatic fight. Shorties be showing their baby daddy or some random nigga showing up at the house all unannounced. Come on, man. All right, John. I'm no expert, and I appreciate you being here. I'm no expert. I can tell you what worked for me. But what I will do, I'm gonna get Blu-ray on here sooner or later. John, I'm gonna get Blu-ray on here. He's the expert. Blu-ray's an expert. I'll get him on here. I could put up motivational videos. I'm not qualified to give information on weight loss and stuff. I could just tell you what worked for me. You say you're depressed? Well, weight loss will fix that. A healthy lifestyle will fix that. I've dealt with depression. It's not a game. I don't make fun of things like that. I remember I asked the guy on someone else's show, I said, yo, you were depressed? And he got mad and got off the line. I wasn't, because if he said he was depressed, I would have ended the conversation, because I don't make fun of people that are depressed. It's not funny. It's not. That's right, Phenomenal Mexican. I look back at that shit, I'm like, yo, why the fuck was I doing that? And you know what else I think about? I'm like, she wasn't even all that. These chicks was not all that for me to be doing that. I mean, they got a little, I've had better later in life. Like right now, yo, I turn down tail a lot. A lot. When I shave this shit off, it's over. It's over. What's over regardless? I get girls like, yeah, you know what? I'm like, baby, I'm 46 years old. You don't look it when I'm telling you I'm 46 years old. What I'm saying, stop. I'm saying, go finish school, increase your value, and find a single man that you can add to his team. It's fucking with me, I'll ruin you. I'm gonna dedicate a lot of that here too. I'm gonna do a lot of health and wellness here. This is the channel where the family's gonna congregate. This is the family channel. We're gonna congregate here. You know, we're gonna discuss health and wellness, relationships. We're gonna have fun, man. We're gonna learn from each other. We're gonna learn from each other. We're definitely gonna learn from each other because I love saying this because I like to learn. I don't know everything. I'm only sharing my experiences, and I'm sure everybody in the chat, I can learn from everybody in here. You only 28, John? Well, that's dope. You got a whole lot of life ahead of you, brother. You got a whole lot of life ahead of you, man. For real. And I wish you the best, all right? I wish you the best. What I can tell you is, you know what I like to do? You got a erectile problem, too. What are you doing, dude? Are you trolling? Are you trolling? So I don't think I needed to know that. Well, anyway. I like to jump rope. Like randomly. I like grab the rope and go outside and just start skipping. You serious? Yeah, you can be overweight. Overweight in the high sugar diet will give you erectile. Just for you, I'm gonna do that. The ED show, and I'm gonna invite some chicks on here. I'm gonna invite some chicks on here, and they're gonna discuss ED. The first thing I will say about erectile dysfunction is stop your sugar intake. I know a condo, but I'm gonna show you how I deal with it. I'm gonna show you how I deal with it. When I get the ladies on here, it's gonna be on and cracking. When I get the ladies on here, it's gonna be on and cracking. You know what I'm saying? And I bring some of the brothers on, and all I'm saying is, just turn your camera on. Turn your camera on. You know what I mean? But just as a point of information, sugar will betray you as you get older. You know what I mean? So anyway. Well, if it's a troll, do what y'all got to do. That's why I handed out all the wrenches to family when they got here. Do what y'all got to do. No doubt. But again, you see, I'm over here, and we're over here having a good time and sharing real information. And here they come. That's how you know you're doing something right. So anyway, make sure you conduct a full interview. Don't be so thirsty. Oh, I can't wait to get Destiny on here. She's so real, man. I fucks with her. She's so real. She's so real. Conduct full interviews. And I don't care if she has a body part that you love. Don't be too weak. And always, 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 listen carefully, family. Pull her out of her element. Pull her out of her element. Yeah, y'all like Destiny, don't you? Y'all like Destiny, man. She cool as fuck, man. Pull the woman out of the element. If they're used to certain scenery, get her out of it. If she's used to hood shit, show her something nice. If she live over here, bring her 10 miles in the other direction. You don't want no one knocking on the goddamn door when you're stroking it. You don't want no one following you. Know her surroundings. Try and get to know who's around her. I love it when I meet a chick and I'm around her friends. 88 Sports Talk, it might have been. I mean, he loves me. May have been, whatever. Make sure, I love meeting a chick when she around her friends because I see how they interact. I can tell in like minutes. That's how they get down, okay? Because there's always a hater in the bunch. There's always a hater in the bunch that'll spill the beans about what they do. Because birds of a feather. Where they hang out at, what they do, what they drink. You got to be quick. You got to pick up on it fast. Real fast. So, yeah, man. He said Jackie Brown from the movie. Yup. She does remind me of Pam Grier, right? Ooh, Pam Grier. Bro. When I was younger, Pam Grier. I can't tell you how many times I shake dice to her. Under that blanket. You be like, CeeLo. Boy. Y'all Destiny fans. I'm gonna get her on. I'm gonna get her on again, man. She cool, man. She mad cool. She used to be a cop. Yeah, she used to be a cop. I don't believe her. Stolen valor. Nah, she cool as fuck, man. But yeah, family, I'm gonna pack it up. I gotta get to bed because Kurt Sugar's service is tomorrow, and I gotta drive out to Jersey. Yeah, I'm gonna it's gonna be hard in the morning, but we're gonna get through it, man. Word to Kurt. Word to Kurt. I'm gonna be saying that a lot on my channels. Word to Kurt. Salute to Kurt Anderson, man. Much love to the brother, for real, for real. So I'm gonna go to bed because I get up early. Yeah. And always conduct an interview and pull a woman out of her element to make it comfortable for you so you're safe. You don't want to be hiding under beds, jumping out windows. Niggas knocking on windows, knocking on doors, trying to kick in hotel doors. You don't want to be John McClane. You don't want to do this off the top of her building because somebody chasing you. Don't do this. Don't be Drew. For real, for real. That's some frack-a-lack of bull. So I appreciate y'all hanging out with me tonight. You already know what this is, man. We having fun over here. You know what I mean? Much love and appreciation to all of you, man. Like, share, subscribe. Share this video, man. We working over here, man. We have some. I love this channel, man. Get to talk about something else because boxing pisses us off. No show in the morning, of course. You already know why. I might do a pop-up stream this weekend. You already know what it is. Drew Titan, Bronx on deck. Shout out to the mighty LDBC. Paid for Excellence podcast. Love y'all. See y'all soon.